Holy crap, guys. The weather in Singapore has been absolutely crazy lately. I've been living here for around a year and a half now, so I've gotten pretty used to the tropical storms, but the past week has just been on like a whole different level. Earlier in the morning, I actually decided I wanted to challenge myself to go running and go for a new long distance, and it was a terrible idea because I looked in the sky, there were no clouds, but then 5 minutes later, it started pouring and it was raining so hard, full on Singapore style. Why did I think this was a good idea? And I was just caught in the rain. It literally looked like I took a shower outside and I was just drenched. It's been raining so hard that a tree in my neighborhood fell down, and everyone's just been kind of going like, what on earth? But I wanted to film this video today because every single time I have a video call with friends or family who live in, let's say, Canada, or I have a video conference meeting with someone who isn't based in Singapore, their first question is always, what's the situation in Singapore right now? How's lockdown in Singapore? Is it as strict as what everyone says Singapore is like? So I'm gonna be answering all those questions today. I'm gonna bring my camera with me and show you guys what the city looks like right now, how many people there are usually out and about, and what the strictness level is. And you guys can make a judgment call on whether or not you think that is pretty intense. My arm is going numb. I need to put this on a tripod. Okay, it's also a little bit cold. The AC is being blasted right now because it is extremely humid outside because of all the rain, so don't mind me. Okay, oh my gosh, this is so much easier for me because I can actually move my hands around and do unnecessary hand gestures as I talk. But I've actually been feeling like, I know I look really happy on camera because truthfully, I would not be filming most of the time unless I was in like a relatively decent mood. But to be honest, over the past few weeks, I've had my kind of mental breakdown moment where I was feeling really suffocated and really alone. But I think in general, it's been hitting me a lot harder lately because obviously the period of time we've been on lockdown, but two, a lot of my expat friends have went back to their home countries because the lockdown measures there have been lifted. So they're now free to go to restaurants and meet up with their friends. And in Singapore, you can't do that still. So you still have to go outside with a mask on and you only go out for, buying groceries and exercising. So it is quite limited in things you can do here. So I understand why my friends have left, but a lot of them, they are on work visas. So they can leave Singapore, but coming back into Singapore will be pretty difficult. I have a friend who left at the beginning of March to go to the States and she still can't get back into Singapore. Personally for me, I think I will be staying in Singapore, and I do really like Singapore anyway. But it's just, how can I stay sane during this period? But also, I noticed myself starting to do things that I usually don't do. Like, for example, I'm just so close to the kitchen, I'm constantly snacking. Even when I don't buy snacks to keep at home, I will start munching on like my third banana of the day. Speaking of bananas, the other day I was going to just buy one bundle of bananas, but accidentally ended up ordering so many darn bananas. So I decided to make banana bread. And because I had so many bananas, I actually had to multiply the recipe by, I think, 4 times. The end result was friggin' massive. The baby is in the oven. Holy crap. Massive banana cake. This is size comparison. Look at that. So, lesson learned, online groceries, they sell bananas in bundles, not individual bananas. But yeah, that's what I've been up to during lockdown. So maybe that's like my own personal problems, but that is a problem too. Today I saw a meme and I felt so personally attacked by it because I've actually been online shopping a lot more than I usually do. Okay, you know what, the best example is this. The other day, I bought like 4 bikinis and I can't even swim anywhere. The pool at my condo is not open for people to use, let alone going to the beach or even going on vacation anywhere. Why did I buy so many bathing suits? I don't know, but I've been shopping online a lot more. It does make me a little bit happier, so I guess that's retail therapy, but I think I've just been looking for new things to do. I don't really know, man. But very exciting package came in the mail and I'm doing a giveaway with this brand. So I wanted to show you guys. Let me grab it. So I recently discovered a brand called Ana Luisa and it is this right here. It's a jewelry brand that is sustainable and I've been on the lookout for a good quality necklace I can wear because I think it was like a few months ago, I got a necklace and it was from like some random online kind of fashion website and I put it on, I didn't think much about it. I was biking that day, so I was sweating a lot and then halfway through the day, someone pointed out, they're like, yo, Sherry, like your neck is like, it looks like, what's on there? This is a photo of what happened. The necklace stained my neck and it would not come out. I was horrified. Like I took off the necklace right away, but my neck was still completely just like discolored. It looked like someone drew on me with a highlighter and it wouldn't wash off. So I was worried that there would be a lot of like toxins coming off of my body and getting absorbed into like my skin. So ever since then, I've been like, okay, you know what? If it's not good quality, I probably shouldn't wear that necklace. Aside from a pure aesthetic standpoint, their jewelry actually is of really nice quality and their products actually come from the same jewelers as Tiffany & Co. and Louis Vuitton. So I think that says a lot about it. But I think personally for me, the most important thing, aside from not getting my neck stained, is the fact that it's actually sustainable, which I think is really nice. This is all 100% recycled gold. And because I actually didn't know this, but I was looking at the stat that it takes 20 tons of earth mining to produce 1 ring of gold. And so I feel like if it looks the same and it feels like really nice quality, then I much prefer to have recycled gold. So if you guys want to check out this brand, I'll leave the details down below. And I also have a giveaway for you guys. So the giveaway is going to be hosted on my Instagram, so stay tuned there. All the links and everything you need to know will be in the description box. Before I head out, I also need to take some Instagram photos. So I'm going to show you guys the behind the scenes of a one-man show. So I have a very interesting setup on the floor. I have this phone tripod, which is a little bit tilted. So you'll see that I have to use tape to tape it so it kind of balances again. Oh, low budget life, man. Ugh. Anyway. Oh my gosh, okay, done photos. I'm going to head out now, finally. Alrighty, so I'm in the basement. I'm going to be taking my bike out today. I feel like a little kid because I actually really like biking, especially when it's like late evening in Singapore. Let's go. So as I was biking around, I noticed that every 20 minutes or so, there is some type of safe distancing ambassador or police car or enforcement officer that I will see walking around the streets. The people in red, I believe, are the ambassadors, and I've also seen people in white polos as well. But as you can tell, there's just police cars everywhere, and it kind of makes me just feel a bit paranoid, even though I am following all the rules. There are so many of these signs everywhere. Basically, it's saying you have to always be wearing a mask unless you're actually exercising. And voila, here's another one. Oh my gosh, I literally was not even biking that fast, but I am so sweaty because it's so humid outside because of all the crazy rain that's been happening. But today, the weather is actually very nice right now. It's around sunset time. There's so many people exercising outside and it is insane. Like I feel like I'm gonna run into a child any moment whenever I'm biking. But I'm sweating so much underneath this mask. I swear I have like a sweat mustache situation going on right now. But anyway, I'm gonna keep biking. I think I'm gonna go just bike along the water and then maybe go downtown. And then I'll show you guys how it looks like there. So right now in Singapore, whenever you go into any mall or store or venue, you have to use the safe entry check-in, check-out process. So what you do is you scan the QR code and then you check in using your ID number or passport number, and then you go in the mall. You get your temperature checked before you go in though. And then when you leave, you check out as well. So this is part of the national effort for contact tracing. And then even when you're inside the mall, like for example, I'm going grocery shopping, you have to check in again into the grocery store. There's another counter there that you have to scan the QR code for, and then you scan out when you leave. Another thing that the government has been doing is in popular markets, you can actually only go to the market if your ID number ends with an even or an odd number. So you have to make sure you check what date you can go. All the eating areas are closed, but you can still get takeout at some of the restaurants. So I'm heading towards downtown right now, but this area along the water is usually packed with bars and people drinking, especially after work hours, and it is completely dead right now. Man, that is kind of sad to see. This mask is absolutely suffocating me right now. As I'm editing this video right now, we're actually in phase 1 of ending the circuit breaker, but for a lot of people, life is still pretty much the same as lockdown, because I think one of the major or only major differences is that some students are going back to school. So downtown is still pretty empty. A lot of people are still working from home. Hopefully things will go back to somewhat normal in phase 2. It's not dark yet, but I really wanted to show you guys. Usually there's like the light that says SG with a heart on the iconic Marina Bay Sands hotel / mall. And this view is so pretty. I'm like heavy breathing through this mask. Oh, okay. Back to the bike. Let's go. Your bike ride ended up being a lot longer than I expected. But alas, I am home. Yes. You can see my sweat off my forehead. Literally, my entire body is just like, that was a really long bike ride. Oh, okay. I'm so happy to take this mask off. Wow, I'm sweaty. Okay. It is quite late now. Well, too late for me to even want to think about cooking. So Deliveroo is, I'm so ashamed of myself, man. Like during this lockdown period, I've actually been ordering Deliveroo so much. I started keeping tally of which restaurants actually have better, more eco-friendly takeout packaging, because I felt really bad. When I can, I try my best to bring my own Tupperware to the restaurant. But cases like today, I'm just like, yeah, I really need to just order food. Tonight, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm very excited. I'm very aggressive in my reminder that I do not want coriander or cilantro. In caps, because I'm screaming it. Okay, ordering that. And then I'm gonna go freshen up. So I was just washing my hands after getting home, and I just realized the necklaces did not leave any marks on my neck. Yes, it is sweat-proof, Singapore sun-proof. We are good. I took my contacts off and it feels so nice. This is like Sherry during lockdown at its finest, because not just glasses, not just a baggy t-shirt, but baggy sweatpants as well. Gray on gray. So fashionable. But guys, seriously, sweatpants, loose ones, comfortable ones, from the men's section, plus baggy t-shirt, plus glasses, means it's gonna be a Netflix night. My food has arrived. Bon appetit! While I pull up Billions, I am on the last season right now. I'm finally finishing this TV show. Okay, I'm gonna watch TV. Talk to you guys later.
If I hadn't seen it.
I finished dinner, but I'm totally exhausted right now. The Singapore government actually sent a really encouraging update, which is if we manage to keep the number of cases low, then they might be able to move into phase 2 of the relaxing of circuit breaker measures. And phase 2 is basically when life starts to look like it's going back to normal, because that's when you can have up to, I believe, 5 friends at your place, and you can start going out to F&B restaurants, and you know, you can actually start socializing again. So I am crossing my fingers, hoping that, you know, by I think mid-June, things will start to look like it's back to normal. And yeah, we will see how things go. But in the meantime, I hope you guys are all staying healthy and are taking care of yourselves, both physically and mentally. Okay, so I'm gonna call it a night. I will see you guys in my next video. Good night.